You ever notice how some players in Clash Royale seem to know what's coming before it appears on the screen? They defend before the threat arrives, they punish before the opponent realizes their mistake, and they win matches without ever looking stressed. People call it luck, matchups, better cards, but there's a secret most players never hear. Better players don't react faster, they predict deeper. And today, you're going to start learning how to do that too. Before I dive in, remember, if you're watching this and improving even 1% each day, hit that subscribe button so you don't fall behind. Tomorrow's video is building on today's lessons, and you don't want to miss it. All right, let's talk about the invisible layer of Clash Royale that most players never see. Clash Royale isn't just about what's on the battlefield. It's about what isn't there yet. Every card your opponent could play, every elixir they might have, every counter they're saving, all of it exists before it shows up. You're not playing against their cards. You're playing against their intentions. Imagine two players walking into an arena. One is swinging randomly. The other is watching the shoulders, the weight shift, the breathing. Which fighter wins? The one who sees the punch forming before it leaves the body. That's Clash Royale at its highest level. And once you start seeing the game like this, you stop being surprised. You stop panicking. You stop tilting after every mistake. You become the player who makes others panic. If you want more scripts like this every day, make sure you hit that sub button right now. We're building a small army of players who genuinely think differently. The 4 futures mindset. There's a trick pros use without saying it out loud. They don't predict one thing. They predict 4 possibilities simultaneously. Whenever you're about to make a move, ask yourself, based on my card, what are the 4 most likely responses? You don't need perfect accuracy. You just need to eliminate surprises. Drop a Hog Rider? Maybe they'll defend with a building, tank with a knight, go for a cheap cycle block, ignore and rush opposite lane. If you're prepared for all 4, you're never caught off guard. It feels like magic when it works. But it's logic, nothing mystical. This one mindset alone can take you up hundreds of trophies. If you're feeling this already, hit the like button so more players get access to these deeper strategies. Most channels never talk about this stuff. Story break, the guy who always lost to Rocket Cycle. Let me tell you about a player I coached once. He wasn't bad, not at all. But every time he faced Rocket Cycle, he tilted instantly. He'd say, I can't do anything. They just rocket, rocket, rocket. He saw the match as unwinnable before it even began. But here's what changed him. I told him, stop playing against the rocket. Start playing against the spaces the rocket creates. Every time they rocket you, they surrender the board. That's when you build pressure, not panic. He didn't believe me at first. But then he tried it. And suddenly, he destroyed Rocket Cycle players because he stopped reacting emotionally and started reacting strategically. That's what today's lesson is about. Not reacting to the card, but reading the invisible consequences of every play. By the way, if you want a full video about how to destroy toxic spell cycle decks, drop a comment and I'll add it to this week's lineup. The Elixir Echo, a trick 90% of players never think about. Let's go deeper. Every card leaves behind an echo of Elixir. If your opponent drops a 5 Elixir card at the bridge, it means they invested up front. They have less Elixir behind the push. Their counters might be delayed. Their rotation might be broken. Their hand might be awkward. This is the perfect moment to punish. Not to panic. Not to defend too heavily. Here's what most players do wrong. Opponent drops a 5 Elixir card. Chew. And they respond with 6 or 7 Elixir. Congratulations, you just gave them the advantage. Instead, try under-defending smartly and forcing a trade in the opposite lane. You'll be shocked how often this wins games effortlessly.
If this is helping you already, smash the subscribe button. You're getting daily scripts that push you one step closer to the next arena. The no panic defense rule. You're going to love this because it applies instantly to your next match.
Whenever you're defending something scary, PEKKRG, balloon, whatever,
your brain naturally screams. Throw everything at it. But the pros do the opposite. They defend with the least elixir possible and wait for the opponent to overcommit. Most matches aren't won on offense. They're won on defense through patience. Defense is where trophies are quietly earned. If you've ever wondered how pros defend so cleanly, this is it. They trust their cards' interactions. They don't flinch. They don't panic zap. They don't panic lock. They wait for the moment the opponent thinks they've got the advantage. And then they flip the whole match in 2 seconds. The final lesson.
The game starts before the first card.
Let me tell you something no one says. The match doesn't start when you place your first card.
It starts when you see your starting
hand. Your starting cards tell you. Your opening pressure, your safest cycle, your punish potential, your defensive structure, your immediate weaknesses.
Most players throw their first card randomly. Pros shape the future of the match with it.
Your first card is the seed of the entire match. Plant it well, and the rest grows naturally. If this changed how you see the game, even a little, subscribe right now. You're not just learning how to win games. You're learning how to think like the players who never panic,
never tilt, and always seem one step ahead.
If you're still here, it means you actually care about improving. You're not one of the people who blame broken cards or bad matchups. You're someone willing to learn the deeper layers of the game. So here's what you do. Like the video. Subscribe so you don't fall behind. Comment day 33 if you're ready for tomorrow's script. And keep climbing.
One smart decision at a time. Tomorrow's lesson is going to build directly on today's predictions.
And we're going even deeper.
This is your daily dose of improvement. See you in the next one. Wait, before you upgrade that random card in Clash Royale, let me stop you. If you're free to play, wasting gold is the #1 mistake that keeps players stuck in mid-ladders forever. Let's talk about how to manage your gold like a pro. Here's the thing. Every upgrade gets more expensive, and if you try to level up every single card you unlock, you'll end up broke, stuck with a bunch of under-leveled decks, and frustrated when your opponents crush you with level 14 commons. The smart way? Specialize. Pick one deck you actually enjoy playing. It doesn't have to be meta, but it has to be consistent. Usually a deck has one main win condition, like Hog Rider, Giant, Royal Giant, or Graveyard. That's the card you'll want to max first. Then choose a strong, big spell like Fireball or Poison, because high-level spells make a huge difference in winning trades. Next, focus on support cards that fit almost every deck, like Musketeer, Electro Spirit, Skeletons, or Knight. Cards like these are cheap to upgrade and stay useful at every level. Don't waste gold on gimmick cards you'll drop after 2 matches. And here's a pro trick. Before upgrading any card, check if it's in your main deck. If it's not, leave it alone. Another tip is to save gold from gold crates and special events, and only spend when you're sure the upgrade gets you closer to your main deck maxed out. I know it's tempting to just upgrade everything that shines, but gold is the lifeblood of a free-to-play account. Spend smart, and you'll climb way faster than people who just throw their coins away. So the next time you see that shiny upgrade button, ask yourself, does this card help my main deck, or am I just wasting gold? If you want more Clash Royale pro tips like this every single day, subscribe now and join me on the road to dominating the ladder. Trust me, your future self will thank you.